Hey, it's NPR's Book of the Day. I'm Andrew Limbong. Remember that reality TV show from a while back called Catfish? It was about people who pretended to be someone they weren't while dating online. I've seen a decent amount of it, and the person catfishing was often portrayed as a creep or a loser. But I imagine they all had full, rich, complicated lives that led to their catfishing ways. In Rosie Storey's novel, Dandelion is Dead, our main character is on the dating apps pretending to be someone she isn't. That someone is her dead sister. And in this interview with NPR's Juana Summers, Storey talks about writing a book with no clear good guys or bad guys where everything is messy and nobody is perfect. Because that's just how life is. More after the break.
This message comes from IXL, an award-winning online learning platform helping kids learn with instant feedback. Get IXL now. Receive an exclusive 20% off IXL membership when you sign up today at IXL.com/NPR. This message comes from Easy Cater, the workplace food platform. Easy Cater helps organizations order food from favorite restaurants, meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. With employee meal programs, flexible payment options, and 24/7 customer support, all on one platform. Learn more at easycater.com.
Can something good come from a foundation built on a lie? That is the question at the heart of a new novel from British writer Rosie Storey.
I was really thinking about how we all lie in tiny ways every day. On dating apps, for example, we might be lying about presenting ourselves in a certain way.
But what if the specific lie on a dating app is that the person you're pretending to be is actually dead? That's how the book, aptly titled Dandelion is Dead, begins. It's about a 30-something woman named Poppy who, while grieving her older sister Dandelion, finds Dandelion's phone and gets into her dating app.
One particular message catches her eye. It's from Jake, a 40-year-old man, who says that he can feel Dandelion's heat. And there's something about that message that compels Poppy to reply and accidentally catfish Jake.
I spoke to author Rosie Storey about what inspired this book, her first ever published.
I have to say, as I was reading the early parts of this book, when Poppy is just starting to talk to and communicate with Jake as Dandelion, it definitely took me back to the really early days of being on dating apps myself, when it seemed like there was just unremarkable experience after unremarkable experience. But every once in a while, there'd be just like this little bit of a spark, this little bit of a promise. That part of the story focused on online dating. Did any of that come from your own experiences?
Oh, big time. I remember when Tinder launched in the UK in 2012, and, embarrassingly, I still know what dating apps are like. I've been on all the dating apps over the years, a little bit for research, but certainly in my own kind of quests for love. And it's definitely helpful that I am a writer. And as Nora Ephron famously said, everything is copy, because a terrible date can be handy for writing. And so I've certainly brought in the kind of rich psychological territory of modern dating into this novel.
So the story is it's told through two perspectives. We hear about it and learn about this world from Poppy's perspective, but also from Jake's, the man who is at the other end of those hinge messages. Tell us about Jake.
I adore Jake. He's a divorced father, and he's figuring life out. For me, this book is really about personal authenticity and how hard it can be to be ourselves and the journey towards that. And Jake is absolutely on that journey himself. And it was so fun to write a man, I must say, for once, being in control of a man's emotional journey was wonderful. I'm absolutely fascinated in societal pressures, both on women, but also with men. I mean, Jake is struggling. He wants to be a good man, but he wonders if he can be. He doesn't necessarily feel masculine enough. He's also got his own grief that he's been pushing down. So through this book, he really has to face it.
You wrote in the note inside the book that you lost a dear friend. And first of all, I just want to say I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
I wonder, what did the experience of losing someone that you cared about so much, What did that teach you about grief that found its way into the book and to how we see Poppy grapple and live with the reality that she's lost her sister?
The experience of losing someone so vibrant and wonderful and frankly far too young absolutely influenced this book. With Poppy and her sister Dandelion, I see them as a yin and a yang, two halves of a whole. So where Dandelion is really vibrant and confident and sometimes aggressive and lascivious, Poppy sees herself absolutely in the shadow of her sister, and she has to work out who she is when she's not in contrast to her big sister.
One of the things that I really loved about this book, but that also was really challenging to me as I was reading it, is that I could never quite figure out who I was supposed to root for. Everyone in this book, Poppy, Jake, even Dandelion, though she's dead, they're all imperfect and just so messy, making these choices that are so sort of nebulous and in a gray area. Was that intentional?
Everyone has definitely been pointing out that it's a messy story and my characters are messy. But for me, I just think life is messy. Whether we see it from the outside or not, people make mistakes and they do things the wrong way. And it's about making those mistakes and getting to the place you want to be. So my characters are absolutely imperfect and messy, but I adore them. I root for them all the way. And I hope the readers will by the time they get to the end as well.
Author Rosie Storey's debut novel, Dandelion is Dead, is out now. Rosie, thank you.
Thank you.
And just a reminder that signing up for Book of the Day Plus is a great way to support NPR's book coverage and public media. And you'll get to listen to every episode sponsor-free. So please go find out more at plus.npr.org/book of the day.
This message comes from IXL. The IXL Level Up Diagnostic gives you clear, just-in-time insight into student learning with benchmark results and real-time updates throughout the year. Even better, Level Up creates a personalized action plan for every student that guides them to what they should practice on IXL to improve. Learn more at ixl.com/NPR. This message comes from Capella University. That spark you feel? That's your drive for more. Capella University's FlexPath learning format lets you earn your degree at your pace without putting life on pause. Learn more at capella.edu. This message comes from IXL. With IXL, you get personalized online learning and teaching solutions that help improve achievement, empower teachers, and track progress. This one platform for K-12 helps teachers accomplish what normally would require dozens of other tools. Educators can see how their school is performing in real time to make better instructional decisions. IXL is used in 96 of the top 100 school districts. Learn more at ixl.com/NPR.